Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody, and welcome to the Critical D cast. I can't believe I'm back because I definitely disappeared last week, and I apologize for that. Anyway, it's a good evening, and here tonight I'm joined by Ruben Prado.
Yeah.
Mike Matthews.
I'm counting the frames.
Matt Olson.
Yep.
And Moses Igbula.
What up, Nick?
Say it again.
Moses.
He got it right.
Moses.
I got it right. It's Moses Igbula. Don't test me.
I've avoided every opportunity to not say your last name. So
Isn't it Agbula?
Wait, did you say ad? Like
Ag.
No.
I said
Isn't it spelled A-G-B?
Yeah, we're saying like ad. Like you're putting so much emphasis on that G.
Agbula.
Matt, did you?
Agbula. Just say Agbula.
Agbula.
What happened?
I said Igbula.
Like, cause you're like Agbula.
I thought you said like Abu, like the Aladdin monkey. Mike, shut up.
Battlefield 4 is really bad on PC, you guys. Like on the
Ruben,
wheel.
I think what you just said was racist.
This is gonna be a weird cast because the image is a black screen,
Jesus.
so anyone who's watching the cast, well, you better just listen to it because there's nothing to see. 2, everyone except for Brian is casting in person live. So
I'm in another state.
You're in another freaking state, Brian.
I'm in another state. I'm in another state of mind. I'm in
But
another.
it's a better state, so it's cool.
Well,
State-
no, we have water here.
Have you seen
What
what
water?
abject poverty looks like? Because that's most of California right now.
You know they.
Yeah. Guess what news story I wrote today? Is it water problems? Yep.
See on Google Maps, it says I'm crossing over a bridge and it shows water. There's no water when I look out the window, but Google Maps says water.
That's like 90% of the state of California at this point.
Google
Maps tells me
plans-
there's water, but when I look outside, there's no water.
Google plans on bringing us water.
As soon as they give us Google Fiber first, fuck the water.
Google water? Yeah, they'll bring Google water into the
Google
state before they bring Google Fiber in.
How many teraflops and terabits of bandwidth of water do we get?
You get 0. We're the one that needs it all. Because Google's centered in California, so they need that water in order to stay googed.
No, you have an ocean. You guys are gonna become an island in 10 years. You don't need it.
Yeah, when the San Andreas fault cracks at the next fucking earthquake.
Yeah.
No, that's the real question, is which one's going to happen first? We're going to run out of water, or we're going to sink into the ocean. We're either going to have no water or way too much water.
Man, 2012 is gonna come true at some point.
It's okay though.
To save the
because,
country, California just needs to die off. It's fine.
Brian,
Or turn into like 6 different states.
Brian, if the San Andreas fault fucks you guys, at least you have The Rock there to help you.
It's true. The Rock will save me.
Isn't he living in like Florida?
Not according to the movie.
Not according to the hit movie coming this summer, San Andreas,
San Andreas.
starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Does he have a jetpack?
Is this real? Are you guys joking?
This is a real movie.
Okay, it is
What?
a real movie. He does not have a jetpack.
Well, it is not true to.
Wait, you haven't seen the trailer?
For San Andreas?
Yeah.
No.
Literally, the
Good.
San Andreas
It's pretty
fault
good.
just like cracks the earth down in a line, and The Rock is there to save everyone.
So is Paul Giamatti.
Does
Paul
he have
Giamatti's in that movie too.
superpowers?
No, he's just The
Superpower
Rock.
is being the fucking Rock. What else do you
Yeah.
want from him?
You know what's really funny, and I thought of this as I saw Fast Furious 7 last weekend, and the entire time I was watching it, I'm like, wow, that random police officer has tattoos that are strangely similar to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson doesn't exist in that universe, only police officer that hangs out with Paul Walker.
Hey, hold on. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Paul Walker.
Okay.
Man, can I just say that I actually legitimately cried, like heaving tears in that theater.
Dude,
I'm-
I was so close. Like, I've never cried to anything, and I was thinking about maybe almost crying to that great, great, great ending.
Like, I was sitting in that theater, and I was lucky because it was empty. There was, like, maybe one other couple in there. And
That's like my
some
life's
lady-
dream.
And, like, I was sitting there, I was watching the movie. I went by myself because there's no way in hell I could get Riley to go to that movie. And then,
girl.
like, that ending happened, and, like, not just a tear, but multiple tears came down my face, and I was, like, breathing heavily. And I hope nobody else was looking over at this lone man
You mean the one
crying in
person
the
in the
audience
theater?
of a Fast and the Furious movie.
He was crying too, though. It's fine.
Wait.
That other person was also crying.
Moses, did you come with us to see that movie, or was it just me and Matt?
It's just you guys. I'm not watching that movie.
Matt, how long ago did we see that movie?
We saw it opening day.
So was that 2 weeks ago, or
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So 2 weeks and you're already the lone person in the theater, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that movie is already the 19th highest grossing film of all time.
It is, in fact, one of the
For real?
highest grossing films
It beat
of all time.
Dark Knight.
So I don't think they're worried about losing that many people
Okay.
in the theater, but...
I'm not gonna lie, it's the best Fast and Furious. It is not better than Dark Knight by a long shot.
But here's the thing. Transformers 4, I think, beat Dark Knight.
Yeah, and...
Well,
that was not a good
sometimes people
movie.
just like
It was
shit
certainly
and
not
they
a good
want
movie.
to take into account shit in their lives.
I don't know if 8 pieces of chicken's giving me heartburn or the news that you just told me.
Hey, if it was good movies that set records, then... I don't know.
The last Pirates of the Caribbean movie made about $1 billion too, so you know.
Well, that's Johnny Depp, so who cares? I mean in a good way. It's Johnny Depp, so it's gonna happen.
Fun fact, the highest, the most expensive movie to be made of all time was The Lone Ranger. You know what movie didn't make its money back, even a little bit? The Lone Ranger.
That movie flopped.
Wait, the one with the don't tell me, fuck.
Here's a hint. He was one of the stars of The Social Network. And here's a hint. He was one of the stars of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Johnny's Depp.
Okay,
Johnny
you got
Depp
one
is
of the
not
two.
the
What's
Social
the other
Network.
one?
But
Just tell me, okay?
Army Hammer.
Yeah. So yeah, okay.
Dick Army.
Anyway, well, Social Network is a great movie.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
The Social Network is probably my favorite movie of all time.
But no, Moses, weren't you the one that was telling me that you think the second Avengers movie is going to be the second highest grossing movie of all time or something like that?
I think it's gonna be third. It's gonna be hard to beat Titanic, but maybe it might. Titanic's made
What's number one?
Avatar made almost
Yeah.
$3 billion.
The
Avatar is by far.
Not Last Airbender.
I always have to ask.
Not less. Last Airbender made about $300 million though. It made double its budget, which kind of pissed me off.
Yeah. Well, its budget was like a napkin, so...
Well, his budget was like $150 million.
Really? It did not look like that.
Wait,
I'm not sure where they put it towards. Might not be
hold on.
profits.
How much money does it cost to DDR a rock?
Wait, what?
Dance Dance Revolution, a rock into space.
Oh god.
I think that whole sequence cost them 50 cents, where they walked up to some guys and were like, "You guys know how to step dance? Do you guys know how to clown and or crump?" And then they're like, "Yeah, I think we can do that."
Do you know how to get up, and get down?
And then they're just like, "Why don't you guys have a crump off right here, and then we'll CGI in some rocks or something." And then they did that. But honestly, I think that was around 90% of that movie was, can you guys clown or crump? We'll just CGI some stuff in around you, and then that'll do that.
Of the five of us, who has not seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, the movie?
I have not seen it.
Good.
I don't want to.
Wait, have you seen the original show?
No.
Okay. See, that makes it better. Because if you saw the original show and loved it, you would have hated the movie even more.
Okay, Mike, I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating. That was the funniest movie of that year. I laughed so incredibly hard, and the entire theater was just, it was awkward.
So, I was never a big fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the TV series, and, I went to that movie because all of my friends were going to it, and this is what happened to me. We drove all the way up to San Jose, which is I would say a 45-minute drive. We drove all the way up to San Jose. I spent $15 on an IMAX 3D ticket to see the movie at midnight at a mall in San Jose. And then by the time midnight rolled around, we got into theater. We were all stoked and hyped. And it was one of those things where the movie started, and I'm the first sequence where they do the opening and they do it in the movie with live actors. I'm like, oh, that's not bad. And then it's one of those things where as the movie went on, I would just noticed how shitty everything was. But the thought kept crossing my mind, okay, this is really bad, but it'll get better, right? There's got to be a point that this is all leading up to that's going to get, super hype and get super good. And, the entire movie, that was crossing my mind. Everything, well, that's terrible, but, there's something better, right? Then finally, the end of the movie comes and the credits start rolling. I'm like, oh, it never got better, did it? And then there was the post-credits sequence where they showed what's-her-face, and I'm like, oh no, not only did it get better, it's going to get worse.
Post-credits?
Okay, there's post-credits where they hint for the second movie. Because they show the Fire Nation, what was it? The girl, right?
Toph?
No, not Toph.
Did the Fire Nation attack?
Azula?
Did the
Azula.
fucking Fire Nation attack?
Who, by the way, I don't like to be mean to girls, but she was the ugliest fucking Asian they could have chosen for that role.
But see, what was weird is that like the Fire Nations were Indians, and Water Nation was white, and it became a racial thing. It was weird.
It was a very odd racial thing.
So there was an interview with M. Night Shyamalan where he was like, my kids love this show, so I want to make a movie about it, but I'd never seen it before. And like, it just made complete sense. It was like, oh!
That makes sense why the Fire Nation can't really use fire. They can only manipulate it.
Yeah. But, no, I went with a friend who... You remember the trailer for that movie, Brian? Did you ever see it?
Which one? The one where he's like doing all kinds of acrobatics, where he's step dancing, he's crumping in the room, and then like wind comes out of him, and then there's fire.
It's the one where at the end of the trailer, he lifts up the huge water wall, and then it cuts off.
Yeah.
Because that's all that happened in the movie.
Right. I had a friend who literally came with us just because he wanted to see like how that scene like goes. Like the trailer sold him on that scene alone. That happened. He got up and left.
Well, I mean, it was fucking bullshit what happened to that. It's like he lifts that water wall up, and I'm like, oh, god damn it, he's gonna wreck these fools.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like
then
in the anime, or the show.
What's-her-face is like, no, don't do it, drop it. And then he's like, okay, and he puts it back down again, and I'm like, this is what we've been... This is our climactic scene. We've been all leading up to this. Nothing.
I'm not Shyamalan.
Nothing.
You fucked this entire thing up, but you had one job. You had one job.
So you remember when
Is
Zuko...
that the twist? Is the Shyamalan twist that this is the movie? I think the Shyamalan twist was that we all got Shyamalan into spending $15 at the theater.
You buggers did. I was smart to see that shit.
So, Ruben, you remember when Zuko dressed up as a blue mask guy?
Mm-hmm.
So, my brother saw that. He's like, Moses, no, there's another movie playing right there. I gotta go. I'm like, no, I'm going to watch this to the end because I want to see the end, the very end where he lifts up the water.
But like, that wasn't even the fucking end. But
No. Yeah, it was. The water part was the end.
that wasn't like the last scene of the movie or anything.
But I mean, I knew that was going to happen because I knew they were going to do it by the end of the
Okay.
season.
Yeah.
And
I
I
can-
thought he was going to, like, tidal wave them.
Yeah. I can pinpoint the exact moment in that movie where I first realized that this is a garbage movie. And that moment was, I mean, it was really bad before, like, yeah, they're calling him Ong and, Sokka. It was bad. But there was a point, the point where he gets to that, like, ice nation, and then Sokka meets the princess,
Mm-hmm.
and then, of course they're going to enter a romantic relationship. But the movie, a good movie, if this was a good movie, what they would have done was they would have organically shown their relationship evolve over time. Like, oh yeah, they're going to enter a relationship together. Instead, what they did was they introduced the princess, and then and then they were like, and Sokka became good friends with the princess. Like, one shot,
Yeah.
another shot.
Yeah.
They became very good friends.
Yeah.
Next shot, they're in a relationship. Like,
Oh.
this is a
How did-
bad movie. Okay,
How did
I
their-
see what I'm getting into here.
How did their relationship end in the movie? Was it canon to the story or? Like...
Oh, she turned into the moon.
Okay.
Yeah, she turned into the moon.
My girlfriend's the moon. What's your problem?
You know,
Anyways.
I'm glad it never got a second movie because I didn't want them to mess up Toph.
Oh, I don't think he had anywhere near the money to do it.
Well, he had the money. I just think everyone's fooled into giving him that money, but they would be like, no, not again, M. Night, not again.
He
Good
probably
luck
received
finding
enough-
producers, yeah.
He probably received enough death threats to never do it again.
But he got a lot. But he got a lot of money out of that movie.
Yeah.
Well, all they
Unfortunately.
needed was one solid weekend, and then they were done. But they got that solid weekend.
Yeah. Anyways, so going off that hilarious topic, Brian, what have you been up to recently?
I've been doing work. I've been playing games. Still playing Final Fantasy Type 0. I'm still loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I've beaten Battlefield Hardline, and that's fine. Although I got like
game.
I was watching Fast and the Furious, and the entire time I'm like, I'm craving a Battlefield Hardline right now. I want to like a heist.
I want everything
things.
that's not driving a car.
Wait, what?
Fast and Furious isn't really about the cars. The cars are
It's
just kind
not
of there
more-
now.
The Fast and the Furious is no longer about
I
cars.
was just gonna ask that too. Do they still do that?
Cars are a means
Kinda.
to an end, and that end
There's
is
always
heist.
some kind of scene of like there's like cars and they're kind of like cutting back and forth. Some girl walking past a car too and they're dancing. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I I know exactly what they're doing, and it's like it started out as a series of movies based on street racing, and at this point, there's always a race in a Fast and the Furious movie, but it never makes any sense in comparison to the plot. So like,
well, that was
for
like
example,
the sixth movie, I think, where like the only actual race in the whole movie was at the end.
there was one in the middle where he went up against Letty, where he raced against Letty, but she didn't realize who she was yet. There was like that one race, but I mean, they could have moved that plot along without having that race. They just threw it in there because they felt like they needed a race.
By the way, Brian, maybe you know this because I don't actually know. How much of Paul Walker was real in that movie?
All of it, except for that very last scene.
That's what I thought.
Where he's in the Supra and he's like racing alongside Vin Diesel in the Supra.
So
that was Paul Walker's brother, where they CGI'd Paul Walker's face on it. But
That's what
every
I
other
thought.
point in that movie was actual real.
Okay, so I was wondering because I was like because I knew that I think right before he died or right after he died, Brick Mansions came out.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh shit! Well, that's the last movie with him real in it. I didn't know he had already like filmed all of 7 yet, like Fast 7.
yeah, he filmed all of
Furious
Fast
7. Sir.
Furious 7.
He filmed all of 7.
The entire time I watched the movie, I'm like, I must find CG glitches. I must find the imperfection.
It
But-
was only at the very end of that movie.
Okay.
Also, can I just say that they ended that movie just about perfectly?
Oh, perfect. Like,
Is it going to end the series?
it's done.
No.
There's
It's not ending the series, but they did it in such a way where they let his character go from the series without making it like seem super forced. It makes a lot of sense in context to the series.
Yeah, it does. But I thought that was the last Fast and Furious movie.
Okay, the movie just made like $1 billion some. It's not the
Yeah, no, they got plans for
Are
way
you
more.
fucking joking?
You'd be kidding yourself if they're not going to make any more.
Why
Fast and
wouldn't you?
Because like
You know what?
that was a great like they.
You know,
that was
it's
a,
all
that was
about
a great,
the money.
What's the word? It was a great
Ending?
tribute to his life, and like the best Fast and Furious movie, successful. Just let it go. Like you just fucking let it go.
Do you know? You know what Eddie Murphy said with Shrek? As long as this movie keeps making money, I don't care. I'll keep making them.
And how many?
Coincidentally, that's
There's
what
like
Shrek
4.
says about himself. 420 Blaze It, Shrek it.
I like Fast and Furious at an entertaining level, but I kind of wish they would just end it here.
They're not going to because
I think,
that's
the
the same.
Fast
No,
and the Furious
Ruben.
franchise at this
No,
point,
Ruben.
like, they make far and away some of the most well-done action sequences.
I think it's like the 3rd highest trilogy grossing movie ever. Or
It's not a trilogy.
Not
you know what
trilogy.
trilogy means.
Not
Series.
trilogy.
It used to be a
Whatever,
Subtrilogy.
whatever you want to say it.
No, Ruben, you having the same problem I'm
Septilogy.
having
It's a
with
septilogy.
X-Men, where X-Men Days of Future Past end the show perfect. Just everything's tied up. It's all good. It stopped right here, but they won't because money.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Well,
Like
X-Men Days
Days
of
of
Future
Future
Past ended
Past,
in a
where they
perfectly
kind
good.
of retconned everything.
Yes, everything's cool now.
But don't they still have to do?
Apocalypse.
Or wait.
That's the-
Yeah, they got a
Shut up. No, they don't.
Don't they have to do the sequel to First Class?
what?
That was
That was
Days
a
of
sequel
Future
to First
Past.
Days of Future Past was like the sequel, but mass sequel of the past of the
No,
future.
it's a sequel retcon of First Class.
Because wasn't Days of Future Past like really far in the future after First Class?
Days of Future
It
Past
was, but then it went back to after First Class. It was very far in the future, then they went back in time to just after.
So when is Apocalypse of Days of Future Past
It's
gonna
in the
take
80s.
place?
It's based on the 80s.
Apocalypse is in the 80s?
Something like that, yeah.
So it's gonna be before First Class?
Yeah, after First Class. After First Class, but before X-Men 1.
That leaves a lot of plot holes that they're going to have to answer. Because I assumed it would take place after, like,
No.
the new universe was established. Because,
No.
I mean, clearly everything's fine because Logan got back to the present and then the place was there and everything was cool. So if this
Everything's
apocalypse
cool
thing
now.
happens in the 80s, then wouldn't that mean that shit got super fucked at some point?
Yeah.
No, but everything's cool now though.
I don't know.
It's all
I
good.
think they've got to do it, like...
No, man, it's all good.
If Fast and Furious 7 hadn't had that tribute to Paul Walker, like if Paul Walker hadn't died, I'd be like, yeah, just keep going, keep fucking going.
They're
That's
going
like
to keep going.
in like with respect to him and that beautiful tribute, I think they should end it.
Here's the thing. Paul Walker is gone. Vin Diesel's mortgage is not. Okay? So yes, you get that money.
No.
Well, I mean, like, even the ending of the movie didn't set itself up to end the franchise. They just said, like, yeah, cool, let's... man, I don't want to spoil it.
There aren't any, like, conflicts left.
There's always going to be conflicts left.
They can
It's
make
a fucking
conflicts?
Fast and the Furious movie. They're going to find more
No,
conflicts.
yeah, they can make a new conflict, but there isn't a conflict anymore, like, right now.
See, it says Days of the Future Past and Never On. Days of the Future Past is based in 1983.
So here's the thing. Brian,
Or next one. After
every
that.
Fast and the Furious
Yeah, but you're still
had,
right.
like, the teaser after the credits. Fast 7 had nothing.
Well, because, I mean, Paul Walker.
Right. But they always...
It would be a little bit
now
disingenuous
they
to
can
put a
stop
teaser
all
after
this
the
dumb
credits after
bullshit
that.
back to Tokyo where first shit matters.
The thing is, they created a conflict after the credits for every movie. except
Need
for
there to
this
be a new DK challenger.
So-
I don't think
Donkey
the
Kong?
lack of a
Yes!
teaser after this means the end of the franchise, though. I think it's more... I think they realized that if they put a teaser after the credits, it would be very disingenuous and subtract from Paul Walker.
It would. Also, an 8th movie would do the same thing.
They'll get over it.
But, like...
Well, here's the thing.
I'm
Ribbon,
trying
Ribbon,
to
what
get
you
my
pay for
point
it?
across without spoiling the ending of the movie, because...
Yes, Moses.
Then it doesn't matter.
But I'll hate myself when I'm doing it.
So you need to have some self-control and say, I won't watch this movie, even though my $7 won't matter at all.
No. They need to do it for me.
They need to spoon feed him another Fast and the Furious movie.
Okay, so moving on. I didn't watch it yet. I was going to like 3 times today. So the Batman Superman trailer.
Yeah, it's...
Please tell me about it. What's up? What's going on in that movie?
Like, I
Let me
didn't-
tell you
I
what
think
that
it's from
trailer
Chicago,
tells you.
but I saw the
nothing.
weird building I
Okay.
know from Chicago.
I don't hate that trailer or anything. Like, I don't think it's like the most amazing trailer people were saying. I think it was a good trailer, though. I just think it was a good trailer.
I don't think it was that good, because, I mean, even for a teaser trailer, they told me essentially nothing about what the movie was about.
Isn't that what teasers do,
Other-
though?
Well, okay, let's go back to the Avengers Age of Ultron teaser when that first got announced.
Oh, yeah, I've
That
seen a lot
teaser
of those. I don't know
told
which
a
ones
lot
are the
about
teasers.
that movie without giving away anything. This teaser told literally nothing except, yeah, Batman's in this movie, yeah, Superman's
well, the
in this
teaser
movie.
said, "Hey, you don't like Superman because I don't know."
Well, from what I remember about the Age of Ultron teasers, that was they're trying to pick up Thor's hammer, and then it shows Ultron's like, I'm behind you guys, and then it shows...
No, before that.
Okay,
the
so
one,
I don't
the one
remember
where
the
There Are No Strings on Me, where that song played.
That was a great fucking teaser, though.
Yeah. Because that teaser managed to tell you about what that movie was about.
But
While
but
while
the
also
movie...
being interesting and having, like, actual character in it. This one was just a lot of very dark shots of a city, and then Batman and Superman at various points.
But see,
it
like,
told you absolutely nothing about what the movie was
With
about.
Age of Ultron, I feel like we all know what it's about based on the title. Ultron coming of age trying to save the city.
You know I don't. You know I've never...
And Batman
No,
versus Superman is Batman versus
Moses,
Superman. I feel like you don't need to know much more about
if you read the comics, you know, I know jack shit about what's going on. The last trailer just told, like, they made, like, what, 3 trailers for Age of Ultron, right?
Yeah.
This last one that just came out, I finally realized that it's Iron Man's creation. I didn't know that at all.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that last trailer. I mean, I guess
Okay.
I knew that because I know a little bit more Marvel, but still.
I thought he was just some dude from another planet or something.
No, Ultron, well, if you want to go into the comics,
Don't get
Ultron
in the
was made
comics.
by Ant-Man.
It's not. We don't have enough time for this fucking shit.
But, yo, Brian, you got some vacation time coming up?
I got Fanime. Is that what you mean by vacation time? I'm
Yes.
taking time off for
When is
Fanime.
that?
When's that?
What? May 22nd to the 24th.
Okay, great. You're gonna take some time off around May 1st and
May
the 2nd.
1st.
You're gonna come here to Arizona for the 1st and 2nd.
And you're gonna stay at Ruben's place.
And you're gonna stay at my place for both the movie and the Pacquiao fight.
The movie and Pacquiao fight on the 1st and it's a Friday and a Saturday. I work those. If that was a Monday and a Tuesday, I'd be all over
If
that.
it was a Monday and Tuesday, those wouldn't be coming out. That's what I'm saying. You need your vacation time.
Already
Vacation time
blown-
is we're gonna see him in October. That's when we're gonna see.
Man, I've blown all my vacation time already between 3 days for Fanime and 9 days for Disney World / Universal. I think I'm done with vacation time.
Oh, by the way, Mike, you know that tournament thing I was trying to look up?
That one in June.
So that is actually they're doing another tournament, and I guess you didn't see it,
Uh-huh.
but it is that weekend we're leaving, like when we're done with Disney.
Okay.
So like I want to like stay till Monday and go see the tournament finals on Sunday.
Good luck.
If I can go in the first place.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, you and Mike are playing Typo.
Yeah, I played Typo. Really bad first impression considering that game takes like from first cutscene to gameplay it's like 23 minutes.
Welcome to
Hey,
JRPGs.
it's a Final Fantasy game.
Moses, here's
what
the
did
thing
you
about that.
expect?
Motherfuck JRPGs.
Then why did you buy the game?
I want to play.
Do you
something.
remember Final Fantasy 13?
Yeah,
Do you
remember?
remember
Oh yeah, the
how
good
long
one.
it
I
took you
love
to
that
get
game.
into
That game's good. That
It's
game.
like 4 hours.
You play that game immediately, almost.
What?
You play that game within 3 minutes of playing, pressing a fucking new game button.
If I went to Facebook right now and said Final Fantasy 13 is best Final Fantasy, Typo blows dick, I'm pretty sure I would lose a lot of friends.
I'll do it. I'm gonna do it.
No, because I don't think you know as many nerds as I do.
No,
on
I really
Facebook.
don't. But I mean, like, I'm getting a handle on the combat. The combat is all right. I don't find it to be all that interesting. Like, I don't know, man. Host Square.
I like it a lot.
And,
Just
like,
because there's a lot of variety. The fact that there's so many playable characters and they all
That's the
play
problem.
so
They give you too many up front and say, I don't know, choose one. But like, you don't know who the fuck these guys are, so why should you even fucking care?
So is it part dating sim?
No, but like, there's this one guy who likes this girl, and you go to get a quest from him. The girl confesses to her, and you're just like, all right, whatever, and you just get a quest. And
It's not as much like it does the Persona thing where there's like some people that you're able to talk to during your time that you have free, and then some of those people actually do advance their own storylines.
yeah, but it's kind of just busy work to get to the fucking quest if you don't want to.
You realize you can if you're done and you
yeah,
want
you
to
can
go to the quest.
I get that, but it's like it's here for a reason. I want to see what the point of it is. I haven't found the point yet.
Is that the same mindset you have with Dragon Age Inquisition, aka fuck everything, let's just beat the game?
I don't think like 35 hours is fuck everything. Let's beat the game.
That's what you did.
No, I don't think I'm using the
35 hours in that game is in fact fuck everything. I'm gonna beat the game.
Come on, now.
Because
No,
I-
I spent like 12 hours in Hinterland, alright?
I spent 120 hours in that game.
I'm just saying, why
so-
would you bother doing all the side stuff in Final Fantasy Type O, yet you wouldn't give a shit about doing it in Dragon Age Inquisition?
Because Dragon Age is a better game, first off, and secondly, it's like...
Wait, so you're not going to do the side content in the better game?
It's because Mike does not play
no,
RPGs. That's
I
all.
did a lot of side content in Dragon Age, but the problem in side content is a lot of fucking garbage. And it's a lot worse garbage than Final Fantasy, in general.
Stop playing RPGs. You're killing me.
No, it's like the only game to me that has really like good old RPG that has really good RPG side content is Skyrim, because they treat every quest with main quest log polish that you would not know it is not the side quest because it feels like the main quest.
You mean where every side quest doesn't really do anything in that game, you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again for 100 hours?
Yeah, I heard.
You mean JRPGs? Yeah, I know, it's weird.
Procedurally generated dynamic side content.
No, the thing about Skyrim does not generate. That was
GDSK.
Like,
no, the quote unquote side content in Skyrim is all like fucking custom made. It's not procedurally generated. It's not some kind of roguelike bullshit. They made that shit from scratch.
In Skyrim, once you like are done with everything, the game just generates shit for you to do. Like
Ruben is right about that. The game, after a point, does actually start generating side
Now,
quests.
maybe you never actually beat everything, so you didn't have to do that. Because I'm pretty sure you have to play like 200 hours.
but it doesn't matter because they all feel the same. I'm sorry, most of those. Yeah, there's some
Who
segments that feel
fucking
like
play Tales of Zillia and say everything feel the fucking same?
Tales of Zillia?
Yeah.
That game has terrible side quests. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
That game has terrible
Hey,
side quests.
you haven't played 2 yet. So
Yeah, number 2, fine, but Tales
No.
of Zillia 1 is terrible side quests.
Most JRPG side quests are fucking dumb bullshit.
A lot of them are fetch quests, yes.
Fuck
but
that
a
shit.
lot of them aren't.
That's not fun.
See, if you only get 10 hours in the game, you never know.
I-
Play games longer.
I know. I beat.
How are you on Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy
10?
13.
Now, how are you on Final Fantasy 10 right now?
That garbage bullshit game.
Why is Mike
Stop playing this
playing
game
Final
fucking
Fantasy
garbage
games? He
bullshit.
hates Final Fantasy 10.
Yes, because it's a bad fucking game. 10 is a game full of trash.
Why am I talking to you about
God,
that?
I can lose so many Facebook friends by
Oh
writing
my
all
Jesus
this shit.
Christ!
Ted's like, you're a fucking dumbass fucking, like, orb board. Go fuck yourself.
I
And,
could-
like, your dumb English laughs and your goddamn chocobos.
I could get my account hacked. I feel like they hate me that much.
I want to see you play 12. I'm just curious.
I fucking love 12. 12's a fucking good game.
Wait, 12's the...
12's the worst one.
You say I can fucking see him when I fucking fight.
Wait, isn't 12 an MMO?
12 was the
11
Emperor.
is.
Oh, 11.
No, 12 was like, oh, that guy's there. I'm gonna go fight that guy. I know where the fuck he is.
12 was the one that said, oh, 11 did well. Let's make it kind of half an
Look.
MMO, but not really.
To be fair, 12 is the best character, Vaughn.
And
You mean Fran?
No, 12.
Oh,
Fran.
you mean
Vaughn.
you
No,
mean-
Fran.
Vaughn.
Fran. He usually is Fran.
Shut up, all three of you, Balthier.
Balthier is pretty great.
Well,
too.
there's nice.
No.
I
No,
like
oh, no,
12.
wait, 12.
I like 12.
12 to date has the best voice acting. English voice acting. Straight up. There's no other
That
game.
doesn't say that much.
It really doesn't.
I mean,
But
like,
still, though.
I still don't even like Final Fantasy VII's voice acting.
Is there
If you played Advent Children and it's what it is, or Crisis Core or whatever.
a Crisis Core? No.
I like Zack and I like
Zack got a good
Sephiroth,
voice
sort of,
acting.
but everyone else is kind of
Also, one
generic.
thing, like, I heard the English voices in Typo. I'm like, oh, this won't do. So I turned Japanese. Like, what kind of Hanazawa? Yeah, I made the right decision here. It's kind of Hanazawa.
The
which is
Japanese
a
voice
person.
actors for Type 0 are much better.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe 3 of the English voice actors in Type 0
No,
are
here's
fine.
the thing. Anyone who says that Final Fantasy X is the best Final Fantasy are fucking monsters.
Okay, you don't have to say it's the best one, but it's a really good
Or
addition to
even
the Final Fantasy
or
series.
even a quality video game, because it's not.
You only see. You
All right,
don't
guys,
even know the main.
stop.
No. You don't
Stop.
even know the main story of Final Fantasy.
Well, I guess that's also
yeah,
the
Final
cast.
Fantasy.
I think
Sam's
all
gonna come by
5
and fuck
viewers
things
we have
up.
this
He's
left.
also my dad, I guess. Also, I'm not live.
I'm gone.
Anyways,
Congratulations, Mike. You've alienated any fan base we could have ever had, so that's good.
So speaking of getting hacked,
No games are good. No game in RPG. Witcher 2. Witcher 2 is fucking great. That shit is said. A good RPG. Motherfuckers.
The
God.
Witcher 2 is a little too dense for me.
It's
I couldn't get into
I'm,
that.
I'm playing that right now to get ready for Witcher 3. And
I tried playing The Witcher 2 on 7 different occasions, and I never got past, like, the second town. so-
Geralt said the word Wild Hunt in it, so I'm really intrigued to see what the Wild Hunt are. And I'm getting a hang of the combat in the PC version, so I'm looking forward to playing more of that game up until Witcher 3 comes out. So I'm
I will probably pick up The Witcher 3, but, man...
Also, speaking of which,
Witcher-
like, you saw that trailer, right? Like, the gameplay trailer?
Yeah.
Why don't all video games do that? Like, here's what this game's gonna be, and here's what you're gonna do. And I'm like, yes, please.
That's because it's a bunch of Slavs that made that game, so they don't know how to make, video game trailers.
So you mean
so they just show what
CG
their
trailers
game
that
looks
have
like.
no indication of gameplay whatsoever? You mean, like, Battlefront?
Battlefront? I thought they showed off some gameplay of
No,
it,
that was
like
all
7
CG.
minutes.
That's also, yeah. So, no, the trailer showed was CG. They had gameplay that showed to, like, press. That, like, I'm gonna tell you what I saw. I'm like, go fuck yourself. Just show me the goddamn gameplay. Which, I guess they're gonna hold to E3, which they should, honestly.
Yeah, if they... Like, I get that Star Wars Days is important. They've already showed off a lot of stuff at Star Wars Days this last week.
No,
Between the trailer for
Oh,
Episode
God.
7 and some of the stuff from
No,
Battlefront.
I mean,
and all
like, what's his name? Like,
Harrison Ford.
no, the guy who voices Bender. John
that. Oh, yeah, I can't
Something
remember his
DiMaggio.
name, but...
DiMaggio guy, he was cool as, what's his face? Waka Flames?
Okay, I don't like
Waka.
I don't like Waka.
And, like, who else is in that game? Lulu's fine.
Lulu's the best character in that game.
Lulu's fine.
Damn near the best cast in all of Final Fantasy.
Who's the main girl that I don't care about?
Yuna?
Oh, Yuna.
Eunice.
Okay,
I don't
Yuna's
care.
voice acting is atrocious. No one will ever fight that argument.
And Titus, because when you can change
Titus.
your character, I put TYDUS because I thought it was really funny.
Tidus.
Titus.
Just remember, as you're playing 10, you can replace Titus with Rubber Ducky, and it's the same game.
Can Ducky laugh? Just squeak.
It laughs better.
Okay. I don't fucking like Tim.
Well, what about Riku? What do you think of Riku's voice?
Gross.
I did meet Riku. I don't care. I don't really care.
She's voiced by the same person that voices Twilight Sparkle, so...
Yeah, yeah, that was before she got into the groove of things.
Wait, isn't that Tara Strong?
It is, in fact, Tara Strong,
Yeah,
yes.
before she got into the groove of things, it got good.
God,
So,
she is
you know.
Twilight. God, I fucking hate her.
She is Twilight Sparkle.
Speaking of Twilight
Yes.
Sparkle, Brian, MLP, right?
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
down
pretty
with
good.
it.
It was a cult. It was
they,
awesome.
they still got it.
It
They
was an
still
actual
got
honest to
it.
God cult. It was great.
So, Brian,
But-
today, for the first time in my life, I'm not shitting you, in my life, I had one of my accounts hacked.
Oh, you did, yeah.
So trying to get Battlefield 4, and I'm like, I know I used this email for this account, and I couldn't get it to work no matter what. So I look back at my email history on that email. It's one I don't use that often because I kind of use it for like a lot of junk shit. Because Origin's junk, I put it in that.
Sure.
But back in March 30th, I got some emails saying that my email address had changed and that account verification had been turned on. And, I feel really dumb because after I got it back, okay, Moses, EA was great in helping me. They called me immediately and got that shit back for me.
Maybe they were trying to fix your reputation.
I don't know what you experience had with them, but that guy
I've had at least 5 experiences.
That guy helped me real quick. We got it resolved, got my account back.
What's the American?
But the thing is, for the account verification, you have to put in a phone number, right? And when I went to go turn it back on after I got my account back, it had the previous phone number the guy who hacked me had.
Oh.
And I didn't keep it. And I'm so pissed at
bad
myself.
Shit with that.
I'm so pissed.
Did some bad shit with that.
But like he put in like his email and shit. And
we gotta do some bad shit with that too.
But yeah, no, it was like, man, like Mike was like, I'll just buy you the game again. I'm just like, no, Mike. This is a fucking principle of the matter. No one steals a fucking game from me.
A game I've not played in over a year.
A game I played once in my life.
Oh, Brian. Also, I finished Fahrenheit. Also, was Indigo Prophecy.
Oh yeah.
The game that was Heavy Rain before Heavy Rain with Heavy Rain.
Mm-hmm.
It was light rain. It was very light drizzle.
It was like Heavy Rain is a little better.
Of course it is.
That game was fucking nonsense.
Because Heavy Rain's the second best PS3 game ever made.
So I'm gonna read you a few of my notes about that game I wrote down haphazardly.
Yeah.
Flying Matrix battles, sex minigames, picture-in-picture, David Cage can't write for shit, Ancient Mystical Cult, Mind Secrets, and this game wants so bad to be a movie that it hurts.
About half of those things you said is actually just every David Cage game, so...
It is an interesting game as from an educational perspective, from a gameplay perspective,
Was it for the same company as Beyond and Heavy Rain?
Quantum Dream. That was their first game.
Yeah, it was. It was their first game.
Because of Heavy Rain...
You can't go from Heavy Rain to that shit.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Because of Heavy Rain, and Beyond was a thing, but I'll always buy Quantum Dream games. But man, I think it's something I gotta stop doing.
It has some interesting parts to it. It had, multiple endings and all that, and it aged pretty well, all things considered. It didn't crash at all.
That's really all you can ask for is for your game to not crash.
It's pretty much just Dragon's Lair, honestly. It's just a quick time event. Shit.
By the way,
that goes off the fucking rails at the end.
Speaking of Beyond, so Beyond was the only game in the last since I was 16 at least that I bought in the presence of my mother. I was in Oregon and I bought the game, and so she saw me buy the game.
Is it because Willem Dafoe was in it? And you
No.
said, and you were able to tell your mom, hey, this game isn't bad because there's Willem Dafoe in it.
No, it was on a vacation and the game came out. I'm like, oh, well, we're at the mall and we just literally walked by GameStop, so I'm just going to pick it up real quick. But so she was asking me all about it because she literally has not seen me buy or play a game in years since we lived together. And I'm like, yeah, it's got real actors in it, like Willem Dafoe and Ellen Page. So, you remember when Ellen Page came out as lesbian?
Yeah.
Last year or whatever?
Yeah.
My mom texts me, she's like, Ruben, that girl you had a crush on is lesbian. I'm like, who? She's like, Ellen Page. I'm like, when have I ever
since you bought the game, you had a crush on the...
Exactly. I'm like, when did I ever have a crush on Ellen Page? She's like, well, that game you really you bought it because of her, right? I'm like,
no.
I like how you construe these words to fit what you want.
I bought this book, I bought this game, and she was in
I bought this movie.
Beyond Two Souls, the book. Yeah.
The book.
Beyond Two Souls, the youth novelization.
To be fair, I feel like to justify the price I paid for Beyond Two Souls, I just pretend half of that was for Heavy Rain, which I never paid for.
I went to Heavy Rain and played it and beat it. The rental. So
I like to justify it because I think Willem Dafoe needs more work. So
he was a good
Green Goblin?
Green Goblin, yeah.
he was very good in that Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh God, he was in that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the creepo guy.
Yeah.
The assassin.
I wouldn't be surprised if Quantum Dream announces a game at E3. because whatever, you know. Like,
the
we
thing
need
is-
more garbage in our lives.
Okay, you know what? Let me go to
Sonic Boom 2?
Sonic Boom 2.
Quantic Dream presents
the fall
Sonic
Boom
lyric.
Let me go to Metacritic and see what Beyond Two Souls got.
Like,
David
it's not a
Cage
game.
just shits into a bucket and then says, "This is my new game. It is Sonic Boom 2."
No, because the thing about fucking the tutorial of Inner Prophecy takes place on a movie set, which is really bad.
Okay, out of 98 critics, Beyond Two Souls got a 70 Metascore and an 8.1 out of 10 user score.
That's kind
So maybe they did get enough money to make another game.
like
Oh,
the big
Quantic
thing is
Dream
that
always have money.
they go about it the wrong way, where they try to say if we make the technology better, the game will be better, which is not the case. They focus more on if it looks better, more emotion, it'll be a better game, which is not.
Well,
How games
was
work.
Beyond Two Souls really like upping the technology of Heavy Rain? I didn't feel like it was.
They said it was. I don't think it was.
I mean, it was still on that fucking
Own page with own pagey. I don't know.
PS3 thing, you know, that console.
I still I played like.
I think the way that
15
they did
minutes.
motion rendering and face capture, I think that like they upgraded the way they did that, but
Maybe.
generally,
But
I
then
think
like
most-
didn't make the game any more fun. Actually, kind of made it less fun.
yeah, they certainly didn't make the game more fun.
Like Heavy Rain had stakes. Like your characters could actually die.
Yeah.
Where in Beyond is like, I don't know, we do it again.
You literally could not die in Beyond.
You
Two
could
Souls.
try to kill yourself and die, and that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah, like the parts where you're supposed to mash the button or whatever. Like your character will look a little worse for wear, but you'll never actually die in Beyond Two Souls.
Like there was something like there was tension in Heavy Rain that made it.
You
really
could
interesting.
probably literally just sit down with that game and then watch it as a movie.
Well, you do have to move around at parts, but
Some parts, yeah, but
When you
anything
put her
that
underwear,
isn't
for
that.
instance.
yeah, like when you're half naked, and then you choose to go the lesbian route because she's lesbian.
Just
God.
like David Cage can't. He shouldn't be in video games. 'Cause he
David
can't write
Cage
for
also
shit.
does not know how to pronounce the name Aiden.
Does Quantic Dream like still think that he's like a valuable asset or something? Is that a
They
thing?
shouldn't.
It's not just that he's a valuable asset, he is Quantic Dream.
I think he owns the company.
Oh,
Yeah, he does.
well,
I think so.
fuck.
Like he couldn't cut it in Wii Business, so he's might have make a game because he couldn't fucking cut it.
I mean, if there's a way to get your own shit out there, it's to create a company to make it for you.
It's like Ken Levine and Irrational.
Well, Ken Levine makes games.
Ken
he
Levine
makes
actually
video
makes games. Not just interactive movies.
Yeah, he makes video games. Like David Cage makes like movies that like he wants to try to pass off as games, so some kind of weird like punchy
He
scene.
makes movies that occasionally you have to press a button to do something else.
Oh right, yeah, this is a game, right? Yeah, I missed this button. Okay, cool.
Movies, games, I get the two confused sometimes. They're very similar.
Which reminds me that I was recalling how Metal Gear Solid 4 has a 2-hour ending cutscene.
It does, yes.
Man,
Oh.
fuck that shit.
I remember watching that at like 4 a.m. I'm like, I beat the game, and then it was like 6 a.m. I'm like, uh-oh.
Da, na, na,
Like
da,
it
da.
better not do that again because Kojima's
It will.
Oh, no, I'd like it to. I'm just going to make sure when I beat the game, it's going to be early in the day.
No, I want that
Just
shit.
make sure when you beat
No.
the game, you have a nice bowl of popcorn set up.
It's like, fuck.
The thing is, like, Metal Gear, like, that
Metal
movie
Gear.
cutscene was awesome. Like, I don't, like, if it's Metal Gear, I don't care. I'll watch the shit out of it. Like, whatever.
I want to play a video game.
And you did it for like 30 hours.
More like 5. If we're like, if we're taking gameplay, like 5 hours.
Metal Gear's not a 30-hour game.
It's not
4?
it's- That's like 5 hours of gameplay and 25 hours.
It was
cutscene.
kind of long. It was not 5.
of
At
gameplay.
least 15.
I would say
Like-
Metal Gear is a total probably like a 15-hour
No,
game.
like from title menu like, to the end before the 2-hour movie. That's like a 15-hour game.
No, I mean when you play the actually play
This
the
is
game
like-
part.
I got to chapter 5 and I didn't get the last chapter and I just watched it because something happened in my file and I was like, I'm not doing that again.
No, we're playing the part where you play the game like 5 hours long.
Metal Gear makes it a lot very bearable to me. Like I enjoy it no matter what.
I also like Metal Gear a lot.
That
Metal Gear's
fucker
pretty
needs an editor in a really bad way.
You said
I
what?
really hope he never gets one.
I hope he does. I
You know what?
See,
I bet you that's why he left Konami. They wanted to edit him. They said, "Listen, Kojima,
Look,
we love you, buddy,
this
but
game can't be
you
90
need to
hours long.
start
I'm
editing
sorry.
your games." And he's just like, "Well, fuck you too, then. good luck making Silent Hills on your own.
It's like, no, we want to make the
Bye.
game like better,
And then
but
left.
you won't let us make it better.
So, I mean, MGS5 is finished then? And
No, he's still going to work on MGS5, but any other plans he had are gone.
Well, he's been saying that for the past 15 years.
He said what?
Been saying this is my last Metal Gear for the past 15 years.
Yeah, but he's never left Konami.
That's the
this
thing
last
that changes
15
the
I'm
game
sure
about
there's going to be one more Metal Gear after this. I honestly think there's going to be one more. 'cause I
How-
know how
No,
this
no.
game-
You know what's really funny is the fact that he's leaving the company, and then Konami came out and said, "Oh, we're still gonna make Metal Gear games anyway, fucker." So good luck
Oh,
with
no,
that.
no.
Konami does own the IP.
Yeah, Konami owns the IP to Metal Gear. There's nothing they can do about it. Or nothing
He's been
Kojima
saying,
can do about
I
it.
remember when he said that Metal Gear Solid 3 was his last Metal Gear.
Nope. I didn't get into Metal Gear Solid 1.
I remember him saying that for Metal Gear Solid 4. I don't remember that for 3.
He said it for 3 too.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure 5, like for realsies, is going to be
Yeah, this
at
is-
least
this is a
Kojima's
different-
last Metal Gear. It won't be the last Metal Gear. That's for damn sure.
I
Metal
honestly...
Gear
probably
Acid
gonna be the
3!
last one
Here we
Kojima.
go, fuckers!
Acid? The card game?
Yeah, Metal Gear Acid 3! For iPad, I'm down.
So, how does he work on Metal Gear 5 when he's not with the company?
But most of the game's done already. The game's gonna launch in
The
September. That
game's
game has to be
mostly
done
done,
now.
but
That game's
it
done.
just needs
It
to,
comes out
you know.
September. I mean... You know.
So they're doing this bug fixing from here on out.
Is he still allowed to enter the building?
Probably not. He quit.
The Konami headquarters?
Yeah, he's probably not allowed in.
How does he go in and work on shit when he can't?
Crap.
No, he's done.
I had a real theory about how Metal Gear Solid 6 is going to be the last one. And he can fulfill that theory. Not Konami on their own. God damn it. I don't want this anymore.
And then the game just crashes. That's how you know it's the last game.
More than anything, I'm just disappointed that I'm not getting Silent Hills anymore.
I don't
care.
So,
I-
is it completely canceled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done. But
You always have
like,
PT though.
when I heard that it was Guillermo del Toro working with Kojima on a Silent Hill game, I'm like, that's like the most perfect combination of anything I
I
could
don't care
imagine.
about like movie directors getting into video games. It's a different medium altogether. Like I mean, like Spielberg made it work because he didn't make a movie. He just made a game or helped make. I don't know what his input was in that game. Besides, I don't know if he would throw balls at things.
Which game?
Boombox.
Boombox. Spielberg's done some other stuff too, but
I don't know. Can you like the game where you play Jenga?
yeah, that's Boombox.
Yeah. So
It's better than Jenga for the Wii.
it is better than Jenga. Boombox is fucking incredible. But
I think I could have the combination of the two. When you have Kojima directing the gameplay and Del Toro directing the story, I think the combination of the two would have worked well.
But
like, yeah,
you
if
need
they
to
brought
have the
a director
gameplay
on-
blend with the story. You can't just have like them, like Metal Gear Solid does it, where you play the game 10 minutes and watch cutscene for 20.
I could see them doing that, or if not that,
You're
then,
not playing the game. You're watching a movie.
if not that, then I mean like as far as the way monsters.
Moses is mad at me, Brian.
This is a Silent Hill game, and Silent Hill games have always been entirely based around the location and the setting, which
Yeah.
is something that Guillermo del Toro is very good at, based on, Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Did he really make that?
Oh, he
He
did.
did. That was his first movie that he directed, was Pan's Labyrinth.
That was
Man.
a really good fucked up movie.
It was a good movie. I don't know why people think it's so fucked up. Because I didn't think it was.
It shows its age. So you see the CG really, really bad now.
I saw that movie like 10 years ago.
I saw it in
Did you know
Spanish
Spanish?
class.
I saw it in Spanish class. But yes, that's actually when I did know a bit of Spanish. It's all gone now.
Any exciting news topics
Oh.
you come across at work, Brian?
Oh, well.
Exciting news topics I've come across at work. Our good friend Jose Castaneda from the Tamale Gate. Police caught him, finally. They didn't get him for Tamale Gate, though. He just didn't pay a parking ticket, and he got arrested. And they're still looking. He's hiding his grandma still, so they can't, question her about it. So that's still up in the air. That's good job, Jose Castaneda. Great job.
Oh, by the way, so I there's no real way for me to confirm this at the moment, but so over here on University and Priest, do you remember where that is, Brian?
Yeah?
There's this guy. I'm not gonna say his name, even though he's in the news, but whatever. So he killed his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend, and they were looking for him. This was on Friday, yesterday.
Yeah.
And they were searching for him. I don't know if they caught him or not. So I'm at work, and I'm doing billing paperwork,
And you see him.
and I come across his name, and I'm like, Oh my god. Same name, first, middle, and last. Same nationality. Lives in the area. I'm like, I think one of our patients is a murderer, and I have no way of confirming this unless he just never comes in again, or like we get a call saying, "Oh, we can't do your insurance because he's arrested or something."
Wow.
That is simply wonderful.
But I was just like, "Holy shit! I think we saw a murderer on Thursday before he did his killing." It was pretty crazy.
Hey, Brian. So I've only seen one Age of Ultron trailer. I'm not sure if this is a spoiler or not. You don't have to say if you think it is. But is Vision confirmed? Like,
Oh
I know
yeah,
it's
yeah,
Ultron.
he's super confirmed.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I've seen like
If you've seen the newest trailer, like they actually zoom in on his face in the last trailer.
Okay.
He's super confirmed.
I feel like they're releasing too many trailers for this fucking movie. I feel like I've seen the movie already.
Okay, here's the thing. They are, but it's to make you forget and not forget. Hey, it's coming out in 2 weeks, guys. Don't
But
forget.
I've already seen it. I'm here to make a movie out of those trailers.
Did
I
you
don't
kind of
think
forget when
trailers
you're
is
paying
too
attention
many.
to something else? Here's another trailer.
Hulk suit.
There's still that's one thing that they've spoilered the hell out of. Like that scene's done.
The Hulk
We've
Buster?
seen
Yeah,
all of
like, that
fight
would've been
between
awesome
Hulk
had I
and
not known about that already.
If what?
I still do
The
think, like, I
Hulkbuster?
still
Yeah.
have no idea what Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver's role in that movie is, which is probably a major.
Quicksilver was a fucking throwaway in Days of Future Past.
What?
Quicksilver like showed up in Days of Future Past and just kind of, I don't know, ran across
He had
the
the
wall for
best
a
scene
bit.
in that movie, and then
It
they
was
just
great,
kinda
but then
let
they
them.
threw him away for the next 2 hours.
Wait, is he gonna be in Age of Ultron?
Oh god. Okay. Do you know what they did with that, Brian? You remember what Marvel did with that, right? Why
Yeah, they're
Quicksilver's
making them Inhumans essentially.
Yeah, they pretty much in comic. It was a contract thing because Avengers can't have X-Men in there because of Fox, and I think they just switched into comic books saying, well, he's no longer a mutant, so we can now use him. That's how I understood it.
No, what happened was the fact they were able to get away with it because Scarlet Witch was so prominently featured in the Avengers for such a long time that they were able to make the argument that Scarlet Witch was as much an Avengers character as an X-Men character. So they're able
Everyone
to use
is gonna
Scarlet
be
Witch and
Avengers.
Quicksilver in the movies so long as they never mention the fact that they're mutants. So what they're doing instead is they're kind of shoehorning them into the Inhumans, which are like the
But-
non-mutant mutants.
But like 3 months ago, they said they changed their DNA or something, so they were never mutants. They were never related to Magneto or something like that.
I don't know about that. I don't remember that,
By
but
the way-
I know as far as the movie rights are concerned, I know that much.
What movie did we see with George where at the end it showed the girl who was like creating matter and the guy who was like really fast and he's
Yeah,
like,
that
flipping
was
shit?
that's at the end of Thor.
What?
Thor?
What?
Was it Thor or Guardians of the Galaxy?
It was not Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy, the end of that had
Power
that like
Glove.
that gauntlet thing or whatever. The power, I think, or something.
The Infinity Gauntlet.
Was
yeah,
that?
the Infinity Gauntlet.
I think that was
You
it.
mean Howard the Duck?
Or yeah, it was Howard the Duck.
Yeah, that was Howard the Duck. No, that was Thor then at the end of Thor Dark World.
I thought at the end of Thor, he came back and just kissed Natalie Portman at the end. I thought that was a secret ending.
Well, then
Either
let's
way,
go back one more.
is-
Was it Iron Man 3? Was it the end of Iron Man 3?
We don't talk about that movie. Even if that's what it was,
It was
we don't,
the,
we
I
don't talk
remember that
about
was the teaser of one of the Marvel movies was when they showed Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, they were in like
Was
the
it?
prison.
No, that was Captain America. That was Captain America Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah, it was.
I thought, wait, I thought Captain America Winter Soldiers where it shows Bucky look at his stuff.
There were two. There
There
were
were
two
two.
teasers.
There were two teasers. Yeah, I remember that.
There was the one that was inside the credits, and then there was the post credits one.
So that means they've already shown Quicksilver, but they haven't shown Scarlet Witch then.
They showed Scarlet Witch. She's the one that's able to manipulate reality.
But she wasn't in any movie yet.
No, she's not in the movie yet.
But Quicksilver was in Days of Future Past.
Yeah, but
well,
Days of Future Past Quicksilver and Avengers Quicksilver are two different people.
Yeah, because one's Fox, one's Disney, so they can't coincide.
But he's like the same canonical character.
Same character.
It's the same quote unquote character, but they're in two different universes. So
The fucking
Due
what?
to Fox and Marvel hating each other, they can't do it.
Okay, so is Avengers where we're gonna get to see the prison ones? The people.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Avengers is the one where we'll see the prison ones.
So Scarlet Witch is a bad guy.
Scarlet Witch flip-flops.
See, that's why I think that there's still a lot of, even if you've seen the trailers, there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Because Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver do appear to be the bad guys of that movie in some respects. but they're not the bad guys in the comics at all. So there's a lot of unanswered questions in there, even though we've seen a lot about.
I could have sworn Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch helped Magneto quite a few times to do.
They did, but also Scarlet Witch was in the Avengers.
I think everyone's been in the Avengers.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of people have.
I mean, Storm is an Avenger.
She
What?
was.
You mean Halle Berry?
Well,
Yes.
not
No,
Halle Berry,
no.
but Storm, the character she portrayed.
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure it's Halle Berry.
Like, I feel like I can't think of any hero off my head that has not been in the Avengers.
Give me a minute. I'll think of one.
Green Lantern.
That's in the Marvel universe.
Speedball.
Huh?
Speedball.
Who the hell is that?
Penance.
Who?
Speedball / Penance.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy that
comics are
started
dumb.
Civil War because he exploded.
Well, wait, was he a good guy? I thought he was a bad guy.
He was a good guy.
Really?
Yeah.
No, maybe it's because he
You
exploded.
know, it's
and
really
killed-
fucked up what happened to him because, like, he started the Civil War when he was near a school, and, like, one of his powers was moving really fast. And he moved so fast that he, like, blew up in a thing of energy and then blew up the school, killed a bunch of kids.
Oh, that was
So
how
that
the war
started the whole, like,
Yeah.
Superhero Registration Act thing where they're like, well, we gotta register
Oh
this
God, why
superhero.
did I know that?
See, I thought maybe it's because he blew up and killed all those kids. That's why I thought he was a bad guy. I thought
No,
he was a bad guy.
he was a good guy. He just fucked up his powers.
Wait,
Okay,
kids
let me-
get blown up in Marvel?
Whoa. Marvel has its moments. Well, you know, the comic books are actually pretty violent.
But Penance is the same character. It's Speedball, but he feels so bad for what he did to those kids that he he feels the need to keep himself in constant pain. So he has this pain suit that he wears, and his powers are based off of how much pain
Oh,
he's
he's
feeling.
the pain. It's part of Cobra Squad.
So yeah, that's Penance. It's Speedball, but not.
Well, that's a
Wait.
good name, I guess.
Has Cyclops been in the Avengers?
Cyclops? I don't know. Probably not.
I don't think so.
Who cares about him anyway?
He is not.
His name's not Cyclops, it's...
Who else hasn't been in the Avengers that's here?
There's not a lot of people that have
What
not.
about
been in the
Wolverine?
Avengers. I can't tell if you're joking. Are you joking?
Wolverine has been in the Avengers.
Yeah, Wolverine is like one of the main. Wolverine's is a main character. Avengers is Spider-Man.
He wasn't in the first movie, so he's probably not in the Avengers.
Fox and Marvel. We just not talk
Okay,
about this.
so the original Avengers, and I've got a comic book hanging on my wall that's the original Avengers, was Captain America, Ant-Man, Thor, Black Widow,
Wasp.
Namor,
Wasp
Black
was
Panther,
there.
and Wasp.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just watch the second movie and we'll see where that goes.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, even though they've done so many trailers, there's still a lot about that movie that makes that movie worth watching. Because, you can say the same thing about any Marvel movie. Captain America, they showed a lot of stuff from the Captain America trailers. That fucking movie had a lot of stuff in it that they could never have shown in the trailers.
Well, I wonder how long this movie's going to be, maybe 2.5 hours or something.
I imagine 2.5 hours sounds about right.
Are you?
Pretty good. Anything else big?
When's the hell's Mighty Number 9, damn it?
They haven't announced it yet. They probably won't announce it until they feel it's ready.
You know, Evo presents Mighty Number 9, 2017.
It's a fighting game now.
How's Mortal Kombat 10?
No.
Oh, right.
No.
I did buy that game pre-release at 9 p.m. on release night.
Bro, Ruben, that story is so not good.
I haven't played the
But
story
they go
yet,
back, but they're fast forward in time and they have kids now.
but
Like,
the game's alright.
doesn't
You know
make
what
any
other
sense.
game fast-forwarded in time
Soul
where they had
Calibur.
kids now?
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur 5. You know what game was the worst?
Hey,
Soul Calibur
hey,
5.
I still say Soul Calibur 4 is worse, but whatever.
I don't know why.
Whoa.
The
I don't know
thing is,
why.
That's a lie.
Mortal Kombat 10 is pretty cool, and gameplay wise, aside from the story, they took some interesting directions. But in that game now, when you first turn it on, you choose a faction. And do you ever remember the arcade faction wars in Soul Calibur 2?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but we can actually do it for real now because it's online. So you battle for a faction in the game, and whatever faction's winning at the end of whatever time period gets some rewards. But they have your character has 2 fatalities, and they have 2 faction fatalities. Then you have 2 brutalities, and they also have this thing called quitality, where if you're playing online and they DC, you can use a quitality on them and like explodes their head or
See,
something.
Moses, that's awesome. Why isn't that in one?
Why isn't it what?
But
That shit in one.
What, one of them?
game's
Yes.
alright.
Also, Chris came by last weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Shots to Chris.
there was a thing happened. I got bit. So I'm a vampire now.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
I got bitten. Yeah.
Bit. Oh, yeah, that's right.
It sounds like the kind of thing that would happen with her.
So I got the bruise too. Yeah. Played Mario Party 10.
How was that?
I thought for a second you were
Why?
going to say we played Marvel, and I'm like, why?
Wait,
Mar-
which Marvel? There's a lot of Marvel.
Versus
Marvel-
Capcom
Mario
3.
Party 10.
Oh, that
Mario
Marvel.
Party 10. This Mario Party game where you choose characters from the Mario universe and go play mini games across different maps in pursuit of mini stars.
So it's a Mario
every,
Party
so
game.
every Mario Party game ever made.
No, because there's not any mini stars in the first few.
Oh,
Mini stars.
No,
is
but there
in the first
wasn't 9. There was in Mario Party 9.
8, I think, and that thing is only ones. So
And
there's
Mario
not-
Party 9, if I remember correctly, is a Mario Party game we by far spent the most time playing.
Oh, because it's the best one.
Unfortunately, yes.
Dude, okay, Brian. So I put on a movie for everyone to watch for those who weren't interested in talking and hanging out. And so I
Yeah.
put on
The Road to El Dorado.
the Road to El Dorado.
That's a quality movie.
So I thought that like all these animated movies that came out that weren't like 3D that looked like a Disney movie were a Disney movie, and apparently that's not a Disney movie.
No, it's DreamWorks.
And I was like, so at the end of that movie, they're like, yeah, we got the fucking gold and the hot chick, and we're fucking hightailing it out of here. I'm like, how is this a Disney movie? This is too like greedy of an ending. And they're like, it's not Disney. I'm like, holy shit.
No, it's DreamWorks. It was when they were doing cool stuff like that and
You when they did good stuff?
the Prince of Egypt. They did that one too.
You know, when they did good stuff.
Yeah, they did good stuff.
That's what dude Joseph.
I don't know.
Anastasia, I think, was also DreamWorks.
Anastasia is underrated. Oh, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I was like, man, this ending is totally something I've never seen in a Disney movie before. And then I realized why. I was like, cool.
Also, we have a new
They
guitar.
haven't really made a Disney movie about Mexico now that I think about it. Like, the closest we've gotten is the Three Caballeros, and that's, I mean,
Not the same.
Three Caballeros.
We're getting a new Guitar Hero this year.
Yeah, I'm
New
excited for
controller,
that.
new everything.
Oh,
Like
this year?
it's like a first-person FMV game.
It's really weird. Yeah.
But it's totally getting overshadowed by Rock Band.
Because it has more than one instrument.
Wait, are they both coming out this year?
Yeah, they are.
Well, the thing with Rock Band is you're able to use all. You don't have to buy new instruments because you're able to use your old ones.
But you can buy new better ones, though.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took
You
that
don't
survey.
need to buy new instruments. You can use your old ones.
I took that survey and they listened to me, yay.
Yeah, but I want like new good instruments though, not ones that like are garbage. Like
I just need new guitars.
And drums. don't you?
My drums are rock solid.
Oh,
you can
you're-
shut the fuck up.
and your microphone, Ruben?
And I need a new microphone.
Just give me stuff.
And your drums.
No, the drums are fine.
Drums are garbage.
Drums are fine.
No, they're not.
I have it like reinforced with metal bars
and like duct tape.
and mad duct tape. Those things are set to last forever.
Whatever. I think
Those
I'm
things
gonna
are
buy
a life. A life.
I think I'll buy an Xbox One so I can use some of your shit if I have to. But yeah, you know,
But what interests me is the new Guitar Hero controller. That looks pretty cool.
It's different. I want to check that out.
Yeah. Because it's not just the same 5 buttons. It's actually 6, and instead of in a row, there's two
It's frets.
columns.
Yeah, the
Or,
frets.
no, there's 2 rows and 3 columns.
But the
So
FMV
it's
part,
actually
though,
more like a regular guitar.
it's an FMV game. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the weird part.
Which means
is
like
that,
DLC is gonna be hard to come
instead
by.
of having you fail out of a song, what it does is just the audience starts acting like a real audience. And if you play super shitty, then they're like, "Why are we here?" And then they all start booing you. But it's like real ass people booing you because it's full motion video, like the '90s.
Which means like it seemed like DLC would be hard to come by, wouldn't it? Because doesn't that like shit take a lot of money to go film all these crowds again and do these weird like acting band stuff
Well,
for DLC songs?
assuming that's just like for a story mode thing.
No, they just go, at the end of a Kanye West concert, like, hey, could you guys all just stay here and just listen to us real quick? Just boo real
Well,
quick.
Because you know, in Rock Band, they're going to be using Kanye West concerts.
Well, I did think they had some kind of thing called Guitar Hero Live where they have you can play a song with a music video, which I'm not sure how this is gonna work out yet. Probably more D3 we'll see more of that.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? That's the other mode that they have.
Yeah.
If the Full Metal video, the full, if the FM,
Full Metal
The
Video.
Full Metal Video. Oh, the
if the
Full Metal Video.
FMV is only for like the tour/story mode thing that like Rock Band has, then like yeah, you could just have DLC for like quick play, quick play songs, multiplayer shit like that.
But
I
no,
think
yeah.
if they do DLC, and I'm sure they will, I think they mentioned that they're going to be going the Rock Band route, where instead of releasing new games every year, they're just going to release like tons of DLC. I think they'll probably attach that more to the other mode that they have, the whatever that music video mode is, because I think
Yeah.
it'll be easier that way.
Well, with Rock Band, what they need is like a karaoke mode where you pay a fee for the next 6 hours. All the songs in this game DLC are all playable.
Wow,
Yeah, karaoke mode.
that could work.
That'd be great.
That's a risk.
That
No, it's not.
it kind of is.
How often we play Rock Band? Like once a week at most.
But we're not the only demographic. There are people who probably just turn the game on every day and like play some songs.
There's that too. They can buy the songs and can keep them.
Also, you're saying have a choice.
Yeah, have a choice.
Forever or for
Right.
like rent.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that'd be cool. They call it like party
Party
rent,
mode.
rent party mode or
Yeah,
something.
party mode.
Yeah.
Rock
Yeah,
band.
I'd do that.
Rock band now.
Rock,
Rock Band now. That sounds like this kind of weird, fucking dumb name they come up with. But man, fuck all that new Deus Ex, what's it called? Deus Ex, Mankind Divided? I think that's what it's
Yeah.
called.
I hope you're not
Mankind
gonna be
Divided.
disappointed by that. Like you were with Saints Row 4, where you're like, man, 3 was so fucking good, and then 4 wasn't, because Human Revolution was so fucking good.
It was.
Human Divided won't be.
I'm looking forward to have it not shitty good gunplay. Because gunplay is really garbage in Human Revolution.
There's one
really
thing that
was.
will determine how much
So
I
was
like
that
that
game.
game.
No, it was not. That game was one of the top games of that year.
What
If
what year did it
they-
come out?
I thought
2011.
that game was good. I thought the game
No.
was very good. I
It was
don't
excellent.
think it was great.
I-
And my main problem with it was the fact that if the game like gives you the illusion of the fact that you're able to play your way,
But you can't though.
and then just railroads you into those boss battles.
Fights, yeah. Which is kind of the same thing that Alpha Protocol had. Though this is one not as bad as that one was, but I hope it doesn't improve the gameplay, but it doesn't become an action game, which is what I'm afraid of. I still wanted to be an RPG, which it was an RPG, to do its credit.
I think they'll keep that.
I don't want it to become Mass Effect. What I'm saying, Mass Effect went from RPG and became a shooter, and I wanted it to still be an RPG.
Oh, breaking news, everybody! The RZA is back in Man with the Iron Fist 2.
Oh my god.
Great,
Where is it?
Everybody's favorite, the RZA.
fucking skipping the bottom of the barrel of the news, aren't we?
Yeah. Actually, when I saw Fast and the Furious, I saw a trailer for a movie that I'm actually really excited to see now. The movie's called Straight Outta Compton, and it's a biography about NWA.
That trailer is fucking awesome.
Okay,
It is!
you're talking about the three rappers, right?
4.
Is it 4?
It's
Dr. Dre, Ice
it's-
Cube, Eazy-E, and another guy.
God,
It's Ice Cube, Eazy-E,
Dre.
ODB,
And Dre.
and Dre. Yeah.
Brian, you forgot about Dre.
I did forget about Dre. Don't forget
me and
about
Matt saw
Dre.
that trailer, and I just thought to myself, these people are not helping the stereotype fucking ever.
And
Part
what's
of our
stereotype
culture.
would that be, Ruben?
Except they actually did. As far as their music is concerned, they kind of were very important to the whole movement.
Yeah, it was great.
I guess.
Paul Giamatti's playing their manager. I think that's a very
Of
solid
course he
choice.
is. He's never the role. He's never the lead. He's just the support.
So
Ruben, you know what NWA stands for?
No.
Well, I mean, they actually in the trailer they mentioned the origin of their name. Like, it was something like, "Oh yeah, they want niggas. Well, we'll be niggas."
I hated my doctor, so I'm Dr. Dre.
If someone was like, "Hey, let's go see that movie," and I had nothing better to do, I would do it.
I'd be like, nope.
But
I'm gonna see it.
No,
It
it's better-
looks-
yeah, it's better sleep.
By myself.
weird.
Because saying black is weird.
No, it's just like
No. It is. I'm black. I can say that, guys. But it is.
I mean, Mike,
What?
if you don't want to go alone, I'm down.
I'm golden.
I'll go, I want to go see that movie.
Too many tits there.
I have immense respect for NWA.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Then the Easy had a falling out with Dre and Cube.
Yeah.
And he said talk shit about Dre and Common City G's and all that, man.
You cannot pay me enough to go see that shit.
That's because you like the Beach Boys.
It's really sad to think about the fact that half of NWA is dead.
Yeah. All that's left is Dre and Cube.
Who cares? Rap sucks.
And look what's happening to Ice Cube these days.
He's a family man.
Family man.
He's a family man.
But Dre's a billionaire, so you know.
Yeah.
Fuck Dravies.
He's a billionaire though.
What?
He's got Beats, which is like one of the highest grossing
Don't
tech
remind
companies
us.
out there.
I don't. You know what else is in Star Ocean? Let's talk about that. There
No,
you
I
go.
don't want
No.
that.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't really want to.
Oh wow. I
Are
hate
Moses
all
and
of-
me like the only people that
I
actually
hate all of you guys.
I've only played one Star Ocean game, and
Was it-
it's
oh, wait.
not the one you would hope.
Was it 3? Was it The Last Hope? Was it 3? Oh wait, no. it's 4.
No, it was not. It was the one before that. It was Star Ocean MMORPG Fun Times.
Wait, what? 2?
Yeah, to the end of the world or whatever.
No, wait. No, Star Ocean 2 is called Second Story.
Remember how you got that code for Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege?
Oh yeah.
Star Ocean
And
3 is
haven't played that shit yet?
Where do I enter that?
Star Ocean
You
3 is
fucker.
called To the End of Time.
I legitimately do not know where I'm
That
supposed to
one.
enter
I
that.
played To the
You
End of
play.
Time.
Did
That was
you-
the one where the characters were all characters in an MMORPG and they gained sentience.
We don't talk about that Star Ocean.
I thought that was one of the best twists in any video game
You know,
ever.
I think it was Matt I turned to the other day, and I was like, wait a minute. If this one takes place before that one, does that mean we're also still video games in this one?
Please, oh man, if they want me to play a Star Ocean game, they got me if they do that.
I hated that twist. That was the.
I thought that twist was so cool.
God. I felt like throwing my. You see, here's the thing. Me and my brother were racing to see who could finish the game, and I was watching him play it, and then he got ahead of me, and I saw that with him, and like he damn near dropped his control, and I'm like, I don't want to play this anymore. I don't want to get to this part of the game. I mean, I eventually beat it, but that part bugged me. But for some reason, I still love that series. Last Hope was great.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
It sounds like, Matt, it sounds like you just don't really like Star Ocean games, except for the really old ones, which this one won't be, so.
What if Dr. Dre was Star Ocean? Matt like it?
What?
What?
What if Dre was in Star Ocean? Let's think about that for a second.
He could be that black guy teammate that you have that dies at the end.
Oh my god.
And he gets shocked. He's like, "It's okay, nothing but a G thing." So you know.
Oh god damn it. You were the worst.
The fact you know that means you will listen to rap, Matt.
I used
Ain't
to.
nothing but a G thing.
But I don't know. This
I'm gonna make Moses die. Bitch.
I'm already gonna die.
Good.
isn't it a hate crime?
What?
What?
Might be.
Nah, man.
We're both minorities, it's alright.
I think that's it. I don't know. I don't got anything else. Trying to get
All
back
right.
before to work.
Well, yeah, that's enough for this week. I guess there wasn't too much big stuff in gaming. aside from that,
It's
so-
getting to be that
Sucks.
period of time where there aren't any games coming out because they're saving them all for September.
E3.
So it's getting to that point where I also am like, well, what games haven't I bought yet? So I'm gonna go back and probably. I already bought Endless Legend, which I like a lot. I went and I bought City Skylines, which I like a lot. I'll probably go back and I'll finally buy GTA 5 for Xbox One.
Just get Bloodborne, you're good.
I bought Far Cry 4 again.
Good for you. I think I've gotten about all the enjoyment out of that game that I think I'll get.
And I bought Oddworld Strenuous Wrath.
That just came out on phones, didn't it?
Why?
I don't know.
Are you thinking
Saw it
of
the other day.
Oddworld's like Odd and Tasty or something like that?
New and tasty.
Yeah, this is different. This is the one that was like the action adventure game.
Yeah, no, that just came out for phones.
That's
I know
weird.
because the other day I went to go buy XCOM for phone, which I did, and then I saw that was on there on the recommended things.
Hmm.
Speaking of which, XCOM the board game, we need to play that.
We should at some point. At some point. I'll find out the security.
I
Well,
forgot I own Splinter Cell Conviction.
It's a good game. Just play it.
I beat it.
I'm tired
Well,
of
sorry. I beat the co-op with Ray and Ella.
Okay, simpler.
I'm tired of Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell seemed like a really great in-depth.
You might get a new one.
game.
I think Ubisoft is also tired of Splinter Cell.
You know what we need?
I-
Prince of Persia.
What?
I
Why?
think Ubisoft is already tired of Prince of Persia.
I think Prince of Persia.
It's been since 2008.
No, Prince of Persia had its chances with
And they were all awesome.
with the games, and then the game reboot, and then a movie, and no.
The
we're
reboot-
done.
I think Prince of
was
Persia
great.
lost its next chances when the movie failed.
Yeah, but
When
it was.
Jake Gyllenhaal didn't
I
make a
fucking
convincing
love
enough
2008.
But 06, man. 06.
You mean Were You Within? No, that was Two Thrones. What it was. Two Thrones was the third one.
Mike, wasn't Ghost Recon Phantoms on Uplay?
No, Two Thrones wasn't the third one, was it?
I think it was.
That was the second one.
No, that's Were You Within.
You play, yes.
Oh,
But
you're right. You're right. You're right.
Were
You're
You
right.
Within, Two Thrones,
You're
yeah.
right,
It's on Steam.
Not on my Uplay account.
It's on Steam. It doesn't matter. Something.
So
Wait,
wait,
I cannot add a game in Uplay. This might be worse than Origin.
No, you play's worse than
It
Origin.
is worse than Origin.
I bought
Origin
Origin
works.
is far and away worse than
I
Origin.
legitimately cannot figure out how to add a game to my account.
No, here's what happened. I bought a game through GameStop, and this says welcome. You got on Uplay. I was like, oh. No.
If it's a game made by Ubisoft,
I realized that after I did that, and I'm never doing that again. I
Man.
until this day cannot access my Assassin's Creed 3 Ultimate Edition with all my DLC on
Oh, you
Uplay.
poor thing. Yes, I mean, Moses. You missed a goddamn thing. It's a bad game.
What?
Fucking Assassin's Creed 3.
I thought the story was interesting. I'm interested in that period.
It was, but it was boring.
But you know
I
what's
don't
really
know.
boring?
I like Assassin's
Unity.
Creed 3. I like
Unity
Assassin's
is a
Creed
bad
3.
game.
I like Assassin's Creed 4.
No, here's how it goes.
Not
No, it
so
goes.
much
It goes
Assassin's Creed
2. No, it goes Brotherhood, 2, 4, Revelations, 1, 3, Unity.
You know, see, here's what happened. I started playing Black Flag when I got it free for the Xbox,
right.
and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. You're actually in the future, going back in past and turning this off."
Oh,
I
Moses,
thought that
come
was
the
cool.
fuck
It's
on.
a
I thought that was
stupid
really
premise.
cool.
Come
The
on,
way
it's
that
a
they did it
stupid
for,
premise.
you're like part
Like
of the
any
game
more any
developer.
dumb anime you fucking watch?
Yes.
No, it is
It's
not.
a lot dumber than a lot of anime I've seen.
Whatever. You're just fucking. You're full of shit.
Anyways, I think that's the end of this.
Full of
Yeah,
shit.
I could keep yelling at you about this, but I don't think I will.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
You're
This has
defending
been
Assassin's Creed. I hate you.
Full
the
of shit.
Critical D's very, very, very critical
Our
Moses
super
is full
critical
of
decaf.
shit.
of
You don't like
games
Final
and
Fantasy.
movies.
Final
edition.
Fantasy X is a garbage ass game. That's what I Final Fantasy. The
Alright.
good ones are 13 and 12. That's it.
I'm going to turn this off. Goodbye, everyone. and
I'm
good
gonna
night.
listen to some progress.